What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist being joined by
Gersh1.
and today we're back to answer more questions from you guys in another spine-tingling, enticing episode of For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. I got distracted by trying to find this question that I forgot to WAAAGH. I apologize, guys.
It's okay. You guys wall in your own time.
I
understand.
Yeah, I can't pronounce this guy's name, so I'm going to try my best. Prince J. Harry's. If you had an unlimited budget, what scene / battle / novel from the 40k universe would you want to be made into a movie, and why? Would you want it to be an animated or a live action movie? I think because we're so fascinated with like post-apocalyptic world, zombies, and like
yeah,
basically like our society falling apart because of some demagogue or whatever. Mm-hmm. It would be really cool to talk about the Unification War.
Yes,
it's not like Space Marines, which might make some people mad, but I think it sets the stage for a really good story. Mm-hmm. And it really showcases that grim darkness.
Is that a train? What?
I'm trying to think. Is there train tracks near my house?
I'm trying to think. Where's the closest train?
That's really weird. I don't know.
Even the bloodhounds are.
Yeah, they're flabbergasted.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Where's there a train? I don't know.
Maybe they're just running a train or something.
Yeah. But yeah, it would be really awesome to do the Unification War because it's an introduction into the grim darkness. Mm-hmm. You have humans just learning about really powerful psychers. You have the ability to like throw little inklings about the Emperor and whatnot. That Bloodhound is Superman. And yeah, it would just be like really, really good. What about you?
So, I want to say the Reign of Blood, because it pits a religious background. You have Goj Van Dyer, Sebastian Thor, the brides of the Emperor, aka the Sisters of Battle, fighting for what they think is a holy war against the Imperium. You have the Space Marines getting involved. You have the Emperor getting involved. And then you have the brides of the Emperor learning the truth, gaining enlightenment by talking to the actual Emperor, at least Alicia Dominica, right?
Yep.
And then they go and behead the culprit, Goj Van Dyer.
Very political, very like like just a bunch of like betrayals, backstabbings, mm-hmm. And then you get to see what the Emperor is.
Yeah.
At the end, at the very end, because
right?
She speaks to him.
Spoiler alert! Would it be considered a spoiler?
Well, I think it's kind of like Dune. We all know what ends up happening in Dune. Mm-hmm. I don't want to spoil it for people that don't know, but like the book has been out for a while.
Yeah. But yeah, I could see that working, not as like a standalone movie, maybe a series or like 2-3 movies, because there's a lot that happens, and I think if you want to build the interpersonal like relations and stuff like that, because I was thinking about a 40k movie after watching Dune, and it's like, yeah, a lot of people want to see Space Marines, but like Space Marines are supposed to be stoic, like they're not really
boring. They're gonna be boring.
Yeah, they're gonna be boring. Like if you just focus on a Space Marine, even if it's like a chapter master or something like that, it's like you don't really have like a connection or a personality really to establish with Space Marines. They're just like I said, like stoic. Like they're supposed to not have really emotion. They're just meant for war. So it's kind of hard to do that.
Yeah, because then if you dive deeper into like what these battle brothers are like thinking and stuff, it kind of breaks that whole concept of like the stoic Space Marine, which would be really difficult. Because it's possible, like the Horus Heresy novels do that, because you have like the conflict between like all of the different Space Marines that are rediscovering their Primarch. Their Primarch becomes traitor, blah blah blah.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. There are characters that are interesting, like Erebus.
Yeah.
Seeing like Abaddon do his thing, the Primarchs, they have their own like personality, thoughts, behavior, drives.
Their drama too, like Gabriel,
Seth.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just like a bunch of them. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Having just like regular old Space Marines would be kind of blah.
Right. But it can be done. Like Dune feels like a 40k movie.
Primer.
I wonder why.
This next question comes from...
Oh, real quick. Animated or live action?
I would want live action just because we saw what Dune can do. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we've seen what animated is.
Yeah.
Hammer and Bolter. It could have been so much better. Like, when I think animated, I think of, like, the cinematics you see in the beginning of, like, video games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those look badass. The cinematic they did for the beginning of 9th edition with the Sisters of Battle, the Primaris against the Necrons, really cool. And then you see, like, certain images or just a few seconds of Hammer and Bolter, the Warhammer Plus thing. It's like, oh, this could be good. But then the animation kind of falls, and yeah.
Yeah.
Possibilities are there. It just has to be implemented.
Next question comes from Mr. Valdez. Des. What's the unit in 40k most akin to a droideka from Star Wars?
So droidekas are the droids that roll around, stop, have like double blasters in each arm, and have the force field.
Yep. I'm trying to think.
Probably some like Men of Iron thing, because like I can't really think of anything else akin to that.
Yeah, not something that's mobile, but also like a firing platform.
Right.
Other than the actual like firing platforms that came out for GW or for the Space Marine line that nobody buys.
Mm-hmm. The artillery things and like the tarantula or whatever.
But are they moved? Like, can you move them?
I don't think so. I think like they drop and they stay there.
If not, then within the Necron line, you have those the walkers. What are they called?
The
Canoptic crawlers, I want to say.
Something like that.
If not, you have the spiders. Mm-hmm. The spiders kind of have that. They don't curl. Oh, wraiths would be a really good one too, because they could curl like that.
Yeah. They normally don't come with guns, but I think you can give them the upgrade too.
Yeah.
They don't have a force field, but they can phase through things.
They're really hard to kill.
Mm-hmm.
They're really tough.
Because they don't have a save. They just have like a really good invuln.
And they have like, what, 4 wounds or something?
Something like that.
They're broken.
Yeah. Our buddy plays them, and they're nasty.
It's not fun.
Because like they could just go through terrain, through other things, and they just assault you.
And they soak up attacks, and they get your attention, because they're scary.
Yeah.
So 2 units of those, like, okay, the Necron player won. This question comes from Unknown NPs. Do you think 40k version of Blood Bowl would sell? No, I don't think so. I mean, it would sell like for... I mean, I wouldn't be interested in it. No.
Yeah, I never like having sports in like a universe that's supposed to be grim, dark, no hope. It's like, well, I guess you could do it in like a gladiatorial sense.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, if they created a box game where it was like the arenas of Kamara,
yeah,
and you could play like a 3-man squad, a 5-man squad, and actually like make it more like hero clicks, then that would be fun.
But I think it's just too goofy, at least in Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of those models look really badass.
Yeah, some do. Others don't.
Next question.
This one's by Evangelium. I've always considered the orcs too goofy to collect and play, but that's until GW came out with the Cruel Boys for Age of Sigmar. They worship Mork, the cunning but brutal god. I'm going to get these badass-looking swamp orcs. What do you guys think about them?
I love them. I feel like they look more grimdark than anything that has come out for 40k. Yeah. 40k is supposed to be the grimdark one.
Yes, they remind me a lot of like Tolkien orcs, like Lord of the Ring orcs and stuff like that.
The White Dwarf, what's his name? Azrog or something?
Something like that, yeah. I really did. I was like fascinated by what GW was doing with it. I'm like, wow, this looks like it could be 40k, but no, it's Age of Sigmar. But yeah, they do look really cool.
Yeah, like I wish they would have, because the squig concept I think is a little goofy looking, like you said. So if these Beast Naga writers were not writing squigs, but instead writing some type of creature that resembles the creatures from that line, it's like a giant goblin. It's on all fours and it's like walking. That would have been way more scary and like badass. Mm-hmm. But then again, that thing doesn't look that fast.
Right. But the thing about 40k orcs is like they were kind of created with goofiness in mind.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look at Gazgul. His name is Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah.
So it's like goofiness will always be a part of 40k orcs, but it'd be nice to throw in a little grim darkness in there too.
Right. Next question.
This one says, "You guys need to hug." Thanks, Alexander Zapata.
It's because we were PB&J last week, so if we hugged, we would have made the sandwich.
That's true.
Yep.
PBs and Js are like a superfood, isn't it? Like I heard like NBA players eat that.
Yeah, I don't really know now because I've heard that milk, eggs, peanut butter is all superfoods, but then at the same time I've heard the opposite.
Right.
Eggs give you like high cholesterol. Peanut butter is way too fatty, too much sugar, and then yeah, it's just milk is actually not even supposed to sit in your stomach, right? Which makes sense because it doesn't.
Yeah.
So I don't even know.
Yeah. What is life?
What is a superfood?
This one is by Alan Zeus 1. Is Gilliman actively looking for his brothers? Love your videos.
No.
Yeah, nah. He's too busy leading the Imperium against the Chaos forces. If he was actively looking for him, he doesn't have to look too far. The lion's in the rock. Like he's literally right there. Like,
Yeah, they know where he is.
He's just like, let me get the limelight for a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have a feeling GW will put out a Primarch soon. Because like they're getting too much hate for like the whole
It's true.
fan animator thing. They need something to like kind of appease the masses.
That'd be a good distraction. And do we know what the Imperial Codex is going to be yet?
So by the time this video comes out, yes, we would have known because it came out on Saturday.
Oh.
But rumor has it it's going to be Custodes because they kind of leaked an image of a Custode, like a new Custode figure. So that's probably what the last Imperial Codex of this year will be.
Bummer.
And it's supposed to be, well, rumor has it, Gene Stealers and Custodes.
Oh, sweet. Gene Stealers are cool. If we get new models for Gene Stealers, I'm going to be really happy. Because it's like Kit Bash Central right there.
Yes. Gene Stealers have really good models because it's one of the newer armies.
Yeah.
And like their model line is really cool.
I don't really like the Adeptus Custodes. I feel like everything is kind of like the same.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
Yeah.
But by this time you guys would know because you'd be in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the noodle dance. Charles Quat says, could y'all do some lore on Abaddon? Yeah.
The Despoiler.
Next one.
Mr. Not Meme, maybe you. Which universe would win in an all-out battle? The Dragon Ball universe or Warhammer 40k? Appreciate the content and greetings from Switzerland.
What up from Switzerland? That's cool.
Yeah. Probably Dragon Ball Z because like can't they like just blow up universes like that?
But so can 40k with what is it called? The virus bombs.
Well, they could blow up
Terminus.
planets.
They can blow up universes.
Yeah, like they're like in the most recent stuff. There's like the universal god. He could just like snap and erase entire timelines and universes.
The one thing I do like about 40k is that there's boundaries with what the warp has. So like it's not like unlimited amounts of power that the warp or that basically the magic, which is psychic powers
psychic.
and stuff like that, gives you. And yeah, DBZ then.
No, the thing about DBZ is they're always breaking limits. It's like, oh, I can go Super Saiyan. Oh, there's another level beyond that, and another, and another, and another. It's like it never ends. There's always going to be something else to accomplish.
Damn.
So it's like there's no rule set because they keep increasing that.
I mean,
It's like you thought Super Saiyan 3 was the strongest. Well, now there's God forms, and now there's other universes and other timelines. So
if you're destroying universes and stuff, like what's next?
exactly, that's the thing. I feel like they've written themselves to a point where it's like almost unimaginable.
That's kind of what I feel with Star Wars now, where like it turns out that before it was like really special that was it Obi-Wan was the first one to get his warp ghost, but then it turned out no, Qui-Gon also had a warp ghost, and then Yoda had one, and now it seems like everybody has one. So like the limits of what's possible with the what is it called, the Force, is just like really really like big now, and I feel like that kind of kills it.
Right, because it's like
yeah.
Where do you stop? At what point is it too much?
Yeah, and it turns out never. Like,
Yeah.
you just keep going until finally you write yourself into a wall.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit, Palpatine's dead. How do we bring him back? Just do it.
Yeah.
Literally, Palpatine said it himself. Just do it. But it doesn't make sense. Do it. Okay.
Please don't let that happen to 40k. Next question.
Magos Dominus. Who's the better 40k player between y'alls?
We haven't played in a really, really long time, and it's sad.
I think this is the longest gap we've had since we stopped between editions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when is the last time we played?
Months, dude. Because it was before the orcs came out.
Damn.
Because the last time we played, the boys weren't toughness 5 yet. And it was before the AdMech came out.
Yep.
Because the AdMech got really good, and I remember saying, oh, we should play to see how good the AdMech got. And then they got nerfed. So it was before all that.
So it's been a while.
Yeah, like near the beginning of the year, maybe.
And I think it really comes down to like the meta of the armies that we play. Because I play orcs have always been really good, like just by themselves.
Yeah.
So I've won a lot in this edition.
Yeah, I think the better player is the one who has the best codex, the best army, and it's this guy. It's orcs.
Until I go up against Necrons.
Right. Necrons have always been scary, but I feel like orcs has always had a better standing.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Next time we play, we'll let you know who wins.
When will that be? Who knows?
Yeah, right.
Next question. Do you have one?
This one's by Justice777. I'm working on a ritual that will summon One Mind Syndicate into the Materium. What items do I need for the ritual?
You need a window, because remember we used to have a window behind us, so that was taken away. But if you can bring it back, then we can enter through that window. Some tacos del pastor.
Yeah.
With cebolla and cilantro.
It's gotta be.
A lot of limon, and a combination of salsa verde and roja.
Right. And maybe some crushed red pepper.
Yeah.
But not too much, just a little bit.
Yeah, and if you really want to go crazy, get like a nice like bolillo with some cheese and make us some sincronizadas to put in the torta.
Bolillo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be really cool.
Right. And all of that while you're throwing marigold petals and chanting hymns to the Omnissiah.
Yes. Or just pay us some Dogecoin and we'll go. By the time you watch this, I wonder if Doge pumped. Or if it's already dumped. And then next question.
A all the way to Z. Which one's the top slice?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think we just like do side.
Yeah, we're equal in all ways.
Because if you think about it, that's how you eat a peanut butter sandwich. You go,
Yeah. You rolled it into like a burrito and then eat that.
you cut it into sushi slices.
Yeah, there is no top or bottom.
No.
It's all circular.
It's all chaotic.
It's all verse.
This next question comes from Moose Works Plastic Soldiers. Why does the Imperium tolerate Xenos, mutants, and heretics on or near the Blackstone Fortress? Because those are the boundaries of Imperial space, so it's not even like actual Imperium. There
Right.
aren't...
There's not much enforcement to be able to be held there.
Yeah, and it's pointless for the Inquisition, which you play as an Inquisitor, I think. Or you can play as an Inquisitor to like show up and be like, let's destroy the... What is it called? The precinct? Or precept? Something. Yeah. And destroy that planet just for the sake of destroying it. Like, there's no reason to do that.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's tolerated, because like resources are thin. You kind of need to work with Xenos, otherwise you're gonna get got.
And not just that, like a lot of Inquisitors have Xenos in their retinue because like they have really good traits, abilities.
Yeah.
So it's like, why get a regular sniper when you can hire out like an expert sniper who's been hunting for 1,300 years?
It has 4 eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a big
Yep. And
heart.
And those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, please comment down below. We appreciate you guys listening, and we'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah, this has been the Sound Alchemist,
Gersh1.
and we are out.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.